From the north to the south, east to the west, News Across Nigeria tells you what's happening in the 36 states of the Nigeria Federation. I am Olumide Macaulay. Hello and welcome. We begin in Osun State in the southwestern part of the country. We are reviewing the cost of governance, plugging loopholes, taxation, as well as improvement in the internally generated revenue have been identified as key factors in economic development. This formed the crux of discussions at the Osun Stakeholders Conference held to brainstorm on measures required to bail the state government out of its current financial straits. Those in attendance agreed that it's imperative to look inwards for possible solutions to the mounting challenges that has almost grounded economic activities in the state.
The Osun Stakeholders Conference was well attended by prominent indigenes from within the country and the diaspora. The reason for the conference is for all those present to interact and prefer lasting solutions to the financial crisis that has put on hold many sectors in the state.
We feel that together we will be able to do something today. At the end of today's deliberation, we will be able to come out with results that will positively alleviate and enhance governance in this state.
Speaker after speaker, though diverse in their delivery, on common grounds they stand as proper taxation, reduction in the cost of governance, and diversifying from the federal allocation top their list of possible solutions to help improve the state.
There's urgent need to also review the consultancy policies in the state of Osun. We have them one too many.
Government has become too cumbersome, too heavy on the people. So the people in political offices and government institutions must scale down the resources that go into maintaining their offices.
We can as well appoint a single governing council for the two colleges of education, one governing council for the two polytechnics, and if we do that, sir, one thing that will be in attendance to that is that we will have one rector for the two colleges of education, and one provost for the two colleges of education, and one rector for the polytechnic.
But the summit is almost disrupted when one of the speakers suggests that laying off workers might bring to a possible end the financial crisis in the state. The labor unions, however, moved swiftly to douse the tension before the communique is read.
And that was the reason why we have agreed that we are ready to submit ourselves for verification for skill exercise so that our actual amount workforce.
And as the stakeholders leave the venue, both the past and the present government say they are satisfied with the outcome of the summit.
I see it as a good step in the right direction, in the sense that when there's a problem confronting a state and looks to be beyond the capabilities of the government to address, it is only expedient, nice to call the government to let them know the situation of things, and together we formulate the way out.
The administration is committed to their welfare, their well-being, peace and progress. We shall not relent in our efforts to give the best government to the people of the state of Osun.
They, however, express optimism that the recommendations preferred will be fully implemented in the coming days.
From one summit to another, but staying in the southwest, the contribution of rural farmers to economic growth in Nigeria cannot be swept under the carpet. Knowing this, the Ondo State Governor, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, threw his weight behind the support for rural farmers. At the opening ceremony of the 9th Western Nigeria Agriculture Summit held in Akure, the state capital, the governor says that with the present situation in the economy, there is a need to invest in agricultural business and rural farming.
With the global recession in the oil sector affecting many economies across the world, governments are now shifting their attention to more viable sectors such as agriculture. Before the discovery of crude oil, Nigeria earned most of its foreign exchange from agricultural exports. Now there's a revival in that sector in many parts of the country, including Osun State, southwest Nigeria. The main focus of the state government under the leadership of Dr. Olusegun Mimiko is rural farmers, people who contribute significantly to economic growth. Governor Mimiko believes Nigeria needs to pay more attention to the kind of agriculture that will bring more profit. Governor Mimiko was sharing his thoughts at the Western Nigeria Agriculture Summit held in Akure, the Ondo State capital. The summit, which is the 9th in the series, aims to promote agri-business market entrepreneurship and financing for smallholder rural urban farmers in the southwest. Participants here are asking for a conducive environment that can transform Nigeria into a global agriculture hub.
We are drifting from the oil to being agricultural sector, so that we can create wealth, we can be self-dependent, moving from importing food to becoming self-reliant and being an exporter of food in Nigeria. So with the present situation, we know this is a laudable program in enhancing the resources, the natural resources that God has endowed us with. In the areas of agriculture, we have the land, we have water, we have everything.
There is no alternative to agriculture. So we have to move into agriculture. And this is the time. Because without agriculture, there is no way we can move forward. You know, there is no employment, nothing, even the oil is failing us. So we have to go into agriculture. And for us now to learn from this place, we have to use it to boost our agriculture orientation.
The consensus here is that agriculture remains the way forward if properly invested in. And if the outcome of this summit and several other meetings on agriculture are taken seriously, then the country stands to benefit immensely.
You're watching news across Nigeria. When we come back, we look at security in Oyo State. Please stay with us.